Hey everyone, Sam here. Thanks for joining me. I hope you're having a beautiful day wherever you are in the world. So just a quick video today. I'm designing some more paintings. Got a load of paintings on the go at the moment and colour studies. And I've been using, again, my iPad and Apple Pencil and ProCreate because I'm just finding ProCreate and digital drawing a really great tool in my design process. So in this particular video, I'm going to show you a digital painting I did of a place called King George Falls, which is in the Kimberley region of Australia. Now, I've never actually been to the Kimberley region at all, but the inspiration for this came from my friend Andrew Tischler, who's painted many scenes of this area, and it's been a real inspiration to me. The other thing is I wanted to challenge myself to see if I could paint this as myself, especially as a lot of those rock faces are quite intricate. So Andrew has very kindly given me some reference photos to use, and I've gotten straight into it. So I'll show you the time lapse of this digital painting I've done on ProCreate, and I've already made a start on the painting as well. So I'll show you a bit at the end of what I'm working on, also the other little studies, the Seascape studies that I'm working on as well, that I've featured in some of the previous videos. So if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Sit back, relax, and let's roll the tape. So these are the reference photos that I used to create this digital painting. I just love the rusty red of these cubical rocks, especially when juxtaposed against the water and the sky. I think this is going to make an awesome painting. So it's here that I begin sketching out the composition, and what I did was I was able to make the image size small, which is the beauty of ProCreate, so I could mark in those major shapes, and then as I started to work in more detail I was able to zoom back in. So I was marking in the major masses within the painting and then adding in the things like the cracks within the rocks, also the waterfall in the distance and those other rock faces of the gorge on the left side of the painting. Then once that was done, I marked in the cloud shadows. And then next I started to create a tonal dynamic within the scene by using the occlusion shadows within the cracks and fissures of the rocks. I then marked in the cloud highlights and the sky. The distant waterfall is the main area of interest in this digital painting. And then next what I did was I started marking in the shadows within the rock faces. The shadows here are going to be lighter in value, not only because it's further away, but also you've got the mist from the waterfall. The areas of the rock faces that are in light are going to be a bit more desaturated in the chroma of the colour than the rock faces that are right in the foreground. Now the beauty of doing a digital sketch is that I don't have to wait for the paint to dry, I can just get straight in on the detail. And that's what I was doing here, as I'd already set up my tonal dynamic using those occlusion rock shadows. So I've marked in a lot more of the cracks and fissures within the rocks and the waterfall that's in shadow. I don't want to go too detailed here either because I don't want it to be a distraction in the composition. Next I worked on the colours on the main rock face of the gorge on the right side of the painting, and this is a mix of rusty reds and yellows. It looks really beautiful, but what I did here was I just marked in the main colours. Then following that I started adding more details such as the cracks and fissures that make these rocks look so characteristic. This definitely took a little bit of time, and I was back and forth with my Apple Pencil drawing the intricate cracks and fissures, but also trying to make them look as random as possible. Now I worked on this part of the digital painting next just because I feel that this is one of the hardest parts of the painting, so I wanted to get it over and done with. Now I know I keep referring to this as a painting, but I mean a digital sketch. So once I'd got the details of this in, I then worked on the main part of the gorge that's on the left side of the painting, so a lot of that is in shadow. The shadows are going to be lighter in value than the shadows that are right in the immediate foreground because they're further away. I started off with a neutral grey colour first in these rocks and then added those copper tones afterwards. And the reason I used the neutral grey was to make sure that I got the value correct. Then once that was done, I added the areas of the rock faces that are in light, using a little less saturated than the rocks in the foreground, and then I was adding the intricate details of those cracks and fissures. I was mainly using the flat brush feature for most of this whole digital painting. Next I marked in the olive green colours of the water, again using the flat brush feature. And then once that was marked in, I started adding more highlights to the rock faces of the gorge that's on the left, and also some of those rock faces of the distant rocks that are by the waterfall. I also added in some of those deeper colours and some more of the cracks within the side of the gorge, and then I finished up by adding the foam patterns that are in the water and some of the reflections from the sky. Now all up, this digital painting took me about a day to sketch out. Now the reason I want to paint a scene like this is not only because it's so beautiful, but I've been inspired by many of Andrew Tischler's paintings, and I wanted to challenge myself to see if I could paint this as well. Now at the time of recording this video, I've made a start on the blocking in stage of this painting. So I'm just waiting for it to dry at the moment, and then I can begin adding the details. Now I've got quite a few paintings on the go at the moment, most of which I've just blocked in, and you may have seen from some of my previous videos where I'd blocked in some of these seascape paintings. I am continuing to work on these as well, and I'm going to make some more videos as I show you the process of all these painting projects as they unfold, so stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Now if you'd like to learn more about painting landscapes, then check out the painting resources I have on my website. I've got a painting blog there and also full-length painting tutorial videos for sale, and I also have a Patreon channel as well where I've got full-length painting tutorials on there. You get a new video every month for just $5 a month, so I've put the links to those in the description box below. Now one other thing, I've got some NFTs for sale, non-fungible tokens, and some of these are of my digital artworks I've made on ProCreate and some images of my paintings, so I've put the link to that in the description box below. So thanks again for watching. I hope you're having a beautiful day, and I shall see you in the next video.